All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to be continuing on with our grind of the Conquest map. So, as you guys know, I finished up on all the programs in Season 2. There's nothing left for me to grind there. There's no Team Affinity programs for me to grind. I finished off the map or the XP reward path. There's nothing else left for me to grind to in this season, but I'm still willing to put on some content for you guys. I should also note that before I continue on here, I should note that I was mistaken when I said that Season 3 was going to come out on Thursday. According to what it says above me, 2 days remaining. 2 days is going to be Wednesday. So Wednesday is when Season 3 officially comes out. So I'm sorry if I was mistaken by that. I thought it was Thursday, but clearly it is Wednesday instead. What's up, Mets? How are you? So anyway, all there's left to do is to do some of the Conquest maps in here, and we already completed one of them, which was the, which one was it? The dog Conquest map. That one was kind of tough. I'm doing all right. Right now, and yesterday I managed to get in 2 games in the, 2 games in this map here, this Sheriff's Badge map, so that's where I'm going to pick up. And the good news is I no longer have there's no longer turn-based missions that I need to complete. I already got those done by taking on Houston and Texas. So everyone else, there's no pressure on me to do it. It's a small map anyway, and the teams that are on here are not exactly the hardest teams in the world. You're talking Washington, San Diego, and Cincinnati. Baltimore, yeah, they're going to pose a challenge, but, it is what it is. So I am going to focus on trying to get some territories here. And it looks like my computer is freaking out once again. So it seems like my computer's going to go down here for a minute, which sucks. But that's okay. The computer is not really crucial to me so much as it's just making sure that, I'm still alive. I'm being hacked. That's what it is. People are trying to hack my laptop. I don't know why they would want to hack a laptop that's like 10 freaking years old. I was playing MLB The Show 21 since I'm not having... Aren't the servers for MLB The Show 21 shut down? How are you playing unless you're playing offline? Are you playing a lot of the offline stuff like Franchise, Road to the Show and all that? Is that what you're doing? Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's see. Go here. So 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe I thought maybe 21 was already down, but I guess not. Yeah, I really have no need to I really have no need or desire to to play MLB The Show 21, you know. Other than if maybe I want to do like the franchise, which, you know, I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to franchise. In fact, if anything, I prefer the old franchise because I like the scouting method that was part of it. I don't like the scouting that they have now. To me, that doesn't make any sense. All right, looks like we're gonna have to play on All-Star for this one. Oh no, they're gonna say we're playing on Veteran. I've recently on my programming, and I don't feel like playing on playing HOF. And I got Gary from the events. What's HOF? Hall of Fame? Ugh.
Leading off for Long Island, the second baseman, Bryson Stott. First base.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not one to tell you shouldn't be playing it. You know, if you enjoy MLB The Show 21, go for it. I just personally don't see the point because the everything I did in Diamond Dynasty is already done. You're so hyped for season 3. Only 2 more days. It's coming out on Wednesday. I thought it was coming out on Thursday, but it's actually Wednesday. So. You know, you don't have to wait too long. We'll be here. Unfortunately, it's going to be here while I'm at work. So, first time I'm getting it. Well, not really the first time, but
1-2.
So happy with that the Mets. Yeah, exactly. Like people say, oh, yesterday was a bad loss. They should have had it. I agree with that, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that this series was a total failure. If anything, this was a success. It was a success, mainly because, you know, I'm sure not a lot of people were expecting the Mets to go into San Diego and win more than one game. So, you know, a split is good. Not to mention, we won the season series against San Diego. So, I don't think it's going to come down to it, but if the Padres were to collapse and they were battling the Mets for the final wild card, the Mets would have the advantage because they beat the Padres in the season series. So that's all you could ask for. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I was not expecting them to split. I thought maybe they could take like one game and, you know, be able to salvage it. Yep, we do. So, and Arizona's hot right now. Arizona is very hot. Brendan Pfaadt is going on the mound for the D-backs tomorrow. Who do we have? We have Sean Manaea to start us off. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. By the way, those home runs that I hit with Stanton and Devers, those were contact swings. I've been trying not to normal swing because I don't want to build up my offense or build up my lead. I wanted to give the bullpen a chance to get in here, but the way that this is working out, I mean, Skeens is going to go a couple innings, and I'll probably just throw in some low-end reliever for the bottom of the third. So, the good news is that Quintana, we're going to avoid Quintana in Arizona. Now, I know he had a great game yesterday against the Padres, so I'll give Quintana a lot of credit. That being said, one game does not make up for what's been a pretty abysmal season for Quintana this year. So, it's not making up for it, but it's good to see that he is capable of a start like that. Yeah. All right, but it looks like they're going to bring him in against Chicago, which I'd rather have that because I think he would do better than that. I mean, that's college football for you, CJ, but here's the good news. The playoffs are expanded, so for Florida State, all they need to do is just maintain keeping the college football playoffs, strike three, sit down, and they still have a chance to make it. And then from there, it's just can you beat some of the teams? If you could beat them, then you can still be in the playoffs. Florida State lost on Georgia Tech beat Florida State on a last-second field goal, 24-21. So Georgia Tech upset Florida State.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 71, Jacob.
That's it. I mean, honestly, no team should ever be considered an underdog. The way I see it, the teams are 50-50 when they enter that game. An upset can happen at any time, including in college football. It happens a lot. That's why Saturday I'm hoping Penn State does not overestimate or underestimate West Virginia. All right, it's home. It's in West Virginia's, or Penn State is on the road. Okay, West Virginia, I'm sure, is motivated to avenge their loss to Penn State last year. Their kids on scholarships too. Exactly. Like, yeah, obviously, there'll be certain advantages for one program over the other, but in my mind, when you step on that field, you have as much of a chance to win the game as your opponent does. Okay, it's just a matter of can you keep it? Can you keep pace and take advantage of opportunities that you have? And clearly, Georgia Tech took advantage of their opportunities. So, look, you can bounce back. Or Florida State can bounce back and still make the college football playoffs. All right? That could still happen. It's going to be a more difficult path for them, no doubt.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, that's in.
Was that Drew Brees? Or is that just some random football player? Strike three, sit out. What up, Bray? However, how are you? It's a little man.
Got in.
Reference is going over.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Guys, don't put long messages in the chat because my computer is freaking out right now, so I'm not going to be able to see the message until my computer gets back to normal, which I don't know when that's going to be. Strike 3, sit down. All right, thank you, Paul Skeens, for your service. You did well. Let's see. I think we're gonna go Liam Hendricks since he's since he's the lowest rated. Again, contact swing. I mean, it was a flyout anyway. All right, quick. I like quick. Now let's bring in Liam Hendricks. Wow. Let's end this, actually.
0-1.
It's going to be so disappointing to have to give up all my Season 2 players and start with a bullpen that is a bunch of core cards. There's not too many relievers that are core. I should have done the mini seasons and gotten Dwayne Robertson in the Miles or Career Achievement mini seasons. I should have done that. I'm not gonna. I mean, maybe I'll do it later on, or maybe I'll do it like off stream. But for now, I'm not gonna stream mini seasons on here. It's gonna take a while too. More than I have time for. Oh, come on, Westberg. Your team is down 5-0. What exactly are you gonna do? Hello, Karen San. How are you? Not much. I'm just doing some Conquest maps here. Welcome into the stream. I appreciate it. Well, that's good to hear. Are you a, yeah, no problem. Are you a baseball fan? It's going all right. It's going all right. But are you a baseball fan? I'm going to take care of this, the Oriole, or take care of them as much as possible. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, Frank hits tanks, essentially. You want to try this game? Okay. So you haven't gotten a chance to play it. All right. Well, here, if you want me to explain it to you, I'll tell you about the mode that I'm currently in. So this is what's known as Diamond Dynasty. This is a mode where you can build your team, or you could build up your own team and try to get the best players that are out there in, or try to get the best players in the mode. So like you could see here, I have a bunch of 99s on my team and a lot of, so what you do is you collect cards. These are cards. Some of them are some of them are of current players like Fernando Tatis Jr., Francisco Lindor, Rafael Devers. Others are legends cards, so legend cards, so like Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, Joe Mauer, Bob Gibson, Roy Halladay, and so on and so forth. Your goal is to build up the best team that you can with all these cards. All right? And then you're going to take, and the way that you get this kind of team is you grind out some of the programs, or even you grind out a lot of different modes that are within Diamond Dynasty. So you have a lot of programs to grind out. You have Team Affinity, which is basically you build a lineup based on the teams that are in each division. As you can see, NL East, AL East, all 6 divisions. You could also grind out programs too and get some really good cards. Like you could do, as an example, you could do the Moonshot program and get a 99 Jim Thome that has power like no one had ever seen. This guy hits tanks. You can expect to hit a lot of home runs with him, as an example. So there are a ton of programs to be able to grind. You have a lot of, when you start out, you're not going to have a lot of these diamonds. So there are a couple that you can earn for free right away. Like you can earn this Sandy Alcantara card as you go along, as well as Rafael Palmeiro. You want to build the best overall, and the diamonds usually have the best overalls. So you're also going to be collecting all the live series, or you're going to be collecting cards of guys who are currently playing in the MLB. So, like, you could collect the entire Baltimore Orioles here. I know it doesn't seem like I have all of them, but believe me, I already completed this collection, so it's done. And then if you collect all of them, then you get a diamond version of a player from that specific team. If you collect all 15 from the National League and you lock them in, you can get this Pedro Martinez card that is a 95 overall. Do that for the American League, and you get this 95 overall Rafael Palmeiro. So you could get an upgraded version of Rafael Palmeiro just by playing this. And then if you get both Martinez and Palmeiro, you could collect them both and earn this Babe Ruth card. Yes, it says he's a starting pitcher, but if you look at his secondary positions, he can play anywhere in the field. And you can even throw him in DH, which I personally prefer, because look at those contact and power stats. They are incredible. Like, this guy, no doubt, is the best hitter in the game. I will say, though, that these card collectings, it's not easy, because there are cards that are far more expensive than others. So, like, for example, Aaron Judge here, he's over 110,000 stubs. Stubs are the currency that is used in Diamond Dynasty, and that could be used for to buy packs in the store. So you buy these packs, you open it up, and then you earn certain players. So, like, I'll just do this as an example. Okay? So you open it up, and there we go. I've got some cards here. Not the greatest pack, I will say. Not the greatest pack, but you do get some cards, and you can see there I got a Washington National player. So, that would go towards my Nationals collection. And basically, that's how you're going to get these cards. Now, there are two ways that you can earn these packs, okay? Or these cards. One, you can buy them through the store, which is going to take stubs. You know, a regular show pack, that's about 1,500 stubs right there. All right. You could also buy these more expensive packs, and they'll give you diamonds, or you'll get a higher chance of earning one of those diamonds. Like you could buy this pack and get a bunch of diamonds. So the more stubs you have, you can purchase these higher, more expensive packs and get better cards. Okay? The other way you can earn them is just by playing the game. Okay? Like if I go into the Team Affinity program here, I can earn these packs. Stickers for Twitch and stuff. No, I don't. Thank you. I appreciate it. So you can earn these cards just for free. All right? You don't even have to pay stubs. And the good thing is, by earning these packs, you can actually open them up. And if you get duplicates, like I had some of those in the pack that I just opened up, I was able to quick sell them, but you could also list them on the marketplace. And some of these cards are really expensive. Like I have this Crosley Field card that honestly I need to take down because that was from yesterday or a couple days ago. But you could sell them and you can earn stubs that way. That's a great way, especially when you have duplicate cards. You could sell those cards and you can make lots of stubs, and you don't even have to pay for the packs. So that's how I prefer to do it, because the only issue is that once you're done grinding, you really don't have a lot of packs to be able to or once you're done grinding, you won't have a lot of packs. So you may not get every card, but at least you can earn a bunch of cards. Okay, sounds good. And if you want, I'll show you some of the settings that I do. This is one of the modes that is actually in Diamond Dynasty. It's called Conquest mode. The purpose of this mode is that you start out with a stronghold, and your goal is to get at all the territories, including the strongholds of other teams. So you can see here, I have the Cincinnati Reds, the San Diego Padres, and the Washington Nationals left to grab. So I'm gonna go aim for those cards, or I'm gonna go aim for those strongholds. And the way that I do that is that I claim a bunch of territories, like I've done here, and I've been able to build up my reinforcements. So I have 15. So I have 15, and I can add it to a single territory, like here. And I can add as many as I want. I prefer to do all of it because my goal is to get the red strong. So I'm gonna go down collecting territories along my way up until I get to the red stronghold. Okay. Cheater, you need to stop telling people to shut the F up. All right? I'm not in any mood for that. Yeah, of course, of course. Not bye-bye, just timed out for 10 minutes. So he'll be back in 10 minutes. So this phase is called the move phase. So if there were territories where it had multiple fans that maybe I want to move to a different position, like I have there, and maybe I want to move a couple over here just so the Padres don't take this territory, then I would do that. And that way the Padres won't attack my territory. Where am I from? I'm from Jersey, New Jersey. Now this phase is known as the attack phase. So now I'm going to go on the attack, and I'm going to claim as many territories as I can, going up to a stronghold, going up to the red stronghold. Obviously, the more fans that a territory has, the harder it is to claim that territory. Like you can see here, the ones that are 1 million, those are easy because they usually don't take up a lot of fans. But the ones that are like 3 million and 2 million, they're a bit more of a challenge because they have a lot more fans on them. Now it says I could continue on, but the only territory that I have left with multiple fans is this one, and I don't want to attack. I don't want to attack that territory only because that there's less than half. It's less than half of a chance, or less than 50% that I'm actually going to take that territory, and I like the odds to be in my favor. So I'm going to be done with this move, and then this is the third part of Conquest, which is the stealing fans phase. What you can do, I personally prefer to skip this because I feel like it's a time waster. But if you want to be able to steal some fans from territories, then, or from the strongholds, like let's say I want to take on the Washington Nationals, then I can steal between 1 to 5 million fans from their stronghold. Obviously, the more fans I want to steal, the harder it is, or the harder it'll be for me to play on. But the bigger the reward. My streaming schedule for right now is Friday through Tuesday from 3:30. Well, from like 2 or 3 in the afternoon to 5 or 6 in the evening. So now I'm going to go over here, and now that I don't have to worry about, adding any more, Eastern Standard Time, absolutely. So now that I don't have to worry about the Padres stealing my fans here, because it looks like they, I'll try. Okay, I appreciate that. I really do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip to the next phase, the attack phase, and now I'm going to take away some of these territories. As you can see there, with 18 million fans, I was able to take over the territory that had 4 million. The odds were more in my favor. So the more fans that I have while I'm attacking, the more likely it is that I can steal. I can take territories away from the Reds. Now I'm attacking their stronghold. This is not something that I can simulate like I've been doing with some of the other territories. This is a game that I have to play. And this, it obviously ranges, much like territories where the more you have, or the more territories, or the more fans that you have, the more likely you are to take over a territory. Same thing here. Only the stronghold you have to play. So the more fans that you have, the easier it is for you to take over that stronghold. You could play on rookie or veteran, but it's determined based on what the difference between the fans are. Obviously, being 1 million, I can't play on rookie or veteran, so the easiest difficulty I could play on is All-Star. It's not that big of a deal. All-Star is not really that big of a deal in MLB The Show 24, but it definitely has its challenges. I guess you just gotta know how to play the game in order to beat teams on All-Star. It takes a lot of practice. It took me many, many years before I actually got good enough to be on All-Star.
0-1.
What do I do in my spare time? Work. I mean, this and work. That's really all I do. Now, you saw that I picked like my ace pitcher, Roy Halladay, to be my starter for this game. Generally speaking, what I like to do is when I play on the higher difficulties, I want my ace pitcher in the game because he is obviously the best pitcher that I could get and you know, I want the. Do you have any goals related to streaming? Nope, just have fun. Just have fun. The only issue with that, with me picking my ace, means that I would have to go against the Reds' ace, which is Hunter Green. And obviously, Hunter Green is a good pitcher. So, not going to be easy. Now, what makes Conquest different from like a play versus CPU game where you play a full 9 innings, in this mode, you only play 3 innings.
0-2.
If they come, Karen. You know, at the end of the day, I just want to show people how great of a game this is. But I'm assuming that you do like emotes and banners and all that stuff. Do you do that? Mm-hmm. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. Thank you for outing yourself. I'll give you my answer in this way. I'll give you my answer to you this way. Get the F out of here.
Nope, ball.
I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm about to vent right now because that is extremely frustrating to me. That is extremely frustrating.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Karen is one of those banners, emotes, people, designers.
Full count.
You know, no real interest in playing this game. They're just trying to get my business. Of course, I knew that as soon as he said, I think you want to upgrade your channel and draw more viewers and audience. As soon as they said that, then I was like, yeah, you're a graphics artist, so F you. Not someone who was interested in the game, They just wanted to see if they can... That's because I banned them.
2-2.
I banned them as soon as they confirmed to me that they were an emotes and banner designer. As soon as they did that, I banned them. Because here's the thing. All right. I am someone who is streaming this game because I love this game. Okay? Through thick and thin, I've been buying this game every single year since 2015. MLB 15, the show. All right, and even before that, I was buying. Even before that, I was buying, like MLB the show, MLB 07 the show, 08, 09, 10. Yeah, I've been playing this game for a long, long time. This is one of my favorite video games. Not every MLB The Show that has come out has been my favorite. You know, I certainly didn't like MLB The Show 2024. It's not really a good game this year. But through it all, I still buy this game because I enjoy playing. Oh, I hated it. I hated 20. Not their fault. I mean, the COVID pandemic hit and everything shut down. So it was kind of like, what are we supposed to do? But anyway,
Inside. Ball.
okay, I feel you. But anyway, I stream for a couple reasons. Like I said, one, I love this game. I really do. Alright? Through thick and thin, I love this game. Second, this is my opportunity to be able to talk about baseball, be able to talk sports, and be able to talk about this game. This is my opportunity. Okay? If people want to come in here and listen to me, like, talk about this game, or what makes it great, or even talk about baseball, the Mets, sports in general, you know, fine. I don't expect to be big. You know, I was inspired by Kooks46 because he was the one that inspired me, or inspired my or rekindled my love for this game when I watched him stream on YouTube doing Diamond Dynasty in MLB The Show 18. When he did that, and Jersey Born is another one of my favorite YouTubers, but he doesn't do MLB The Show anymore. He does Out of the Park, which is fine. I mean, I still enjoy that, but either way, you know, I don't expect to get as big as Kooks46 or my friend Kyle or even Daddy Demu. Alright? I don't expect to get that big. But I certainly hope that the people who do come into this stream do appreciate that I am playing this game because I love this game. And that I'm here to share it off with everyone else. I'm not here on stream trying to make money. I'm not here trying to, you know, show that I'm the best MLB The Show player ever. No. Far from the truth, actually. I consider myself to be one of the worst.
1-1.
But it is so frustrating to me as a streamer, you know, as a small streamer, that I have people like Karen or any of the other, you know, graphic artists come in here and pretend to be interested in the game or try to be friendly And then they're like, oh, I have some emotes and banners and stuff that I could sell to you, or that if you buy my business or buy it from me, you know, I'll do it for you. And it's like, no. I'm not here making money. This is, unless you get really, really big, you cannot make money. Okay, I have streamed on Twitch for a long time. I've been an affiliate with Twitch since 2020.
That's the ball.
Okay? Since 2020, I've been an affiliate. Do you know how many times I got paid out by Twitch? 3 times. 3 times. That's it. And I don't even get that much. It's $50.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
$50. I can't. That's not even a livable wage.
2-2.
So it is frustrating to me to have these people come into my stream, try to take advantage, and say, oh, I can help you, I can build up your audience and everything. No. Okay, I want the people to come in here because they enjoy playing MLB The Show, and they would absolutely love to talk baseball. I would love those kinds of people. Not the people who come in here because my graphics look nice, or my stream looks outstanding, or anything like that. No. Because then it shows me that you're not interested in what I have to say, or what I'm trying to do, or what I'm trying to teach. No, all you're interested in is the presentation. And this is not about presentation. This is about content. So, it is absolutely frustrating to me. That's why I ban these people. Because I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to.
Ball.
Hey, I want to be a streamer who people come check out because I'm grinding MLB The Show 24. I'm showing them how to play the game and how they can improve their teams. Should you do Mets franchise in what? In 21 or 24? All right, thanks, gamer. I appreciate you keeping me tapped up. You can. If you want to take on that challenge, go for it.
Full count.
So it is frustrating to me. I hope one day that I don't have to deal with this anymore. You know, but here's the thing. I know where they're coming from. They see me post on X, and they're like, oh, I can advertise my business to him. But if I don't post on X, then how are people supposed to come find me?
No ball.
You know,
1 strike.
in all honesty, I think my posts on X promoting my streams get like 80 views. Strike 3, sit down. Finishing up Bernie Williams and Rob Nen. Nice. It's funny because that 99 vault pack that I got for doing the dog Conquest map, that 99 had Rob Nen in there. Strike 3, sit down. But I passed on it for Dylan Cruz. I wanted Cruz. No, I know, gamer. You've been very loyal. What I'm venting about is the paid, or the people, or the graphic artists that come into my streams by clicking on my link from X. That's what's frustrating to me. That's what I'm venting about. Sorry, I don't have that command. Nice, Devers. I have to figure out how to set it up. I remember a couple years ago I had Streamer or Streambot or Modbot, whatever. Let's see, does it?
That's it.
Okay, yeah, you could certainly do that. But I think you said you found me by scrolling on Twitch. Also, I should get Rolly Fingers up. So, if you click on your game, your gamer or your what do they call it? The if you click on your name, your screen name. Oh, so you followed this year. Oh, okay. I thought it was a lot sooner. I thought you followed me last year when I was streaming MLB The Show. Well, I was streaming MLB The Show 23 when you followed me. Because that was when I was... That's when I was doing my Mets Parallel XP grind. I was still doing it in February. Let's see, gamer. How long have you been following me? Let's see. Following since January 30th, 2022. So, you followed me as I was... finishing up on 21. Maybe you started tuning into my streams last year in 2023, but maybe you didn't start following until 24. You know, that's always a possibility. Maybe you just wanted to see how good I was, or if I was worth the follow.
Now back, second baseman, Jonathan.
It's alright, Mets. I mean, I appreciate you being here. Either way, I don't care if you've been following me ever since 2020, when I first started streaming, or in my, what I consider the my current attempt. Because you need the updated rosters. That, or you started with the preseason rosters. If you started with preseason, then that's what you're going to get. Here, hold on, I'll show you. I don't know, honestly. Hang on, I'll get back to Diamond Dynasty in a minute, but let's see here. Oh, whoops. Ignore that. Yeah, you gotta select use current rosters. So you see we have, let's see. No, we would still have Austin Adams, which we don't anymore. Yeah, I think you have to do load saved rosters. Yeah. Yep. That's how you could get the most up-to-date rosters. Yeah, exactly what I thought they were going to do. I can't say that I'm surprised they did that. Mainly because I expected them. So it's frustrating because just going back, just to wrap up my rant, it's frustrating. You know, I don't want those people in here, but I feel like if I don't promote myself on social media, then that's what I get. Or I'm not going to have anyone in here. I mean, you guys are in here. I know you guys are going to be in here. But I'm saying that if I want to have more of an outreach, then I feel like I have to promote myself on social media. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people on social media who monitor hashtag Twitch or whatever, and they see streamer like me, and they're like, okay, I'll sell my designs to him. I wish Twitch had like a like one of those icons, like what you have, gamer, the MVP icon or the diamond icon to signify that you're an MVP in this chat. I wish they would do that for graphic artists, like a paintbrush or whatever. That way people know, okay, who I'm talking to is a graphic artist who's trying to sell me banners, emotes. I don't think that the graphic artist would want that, because then no one's going to buy their, or they would be outed as soon as they go into a stream. And then there are going to be streamers like me who are like, I don't want to deal with you, so get out.
I got one ball, one strike.
But either way, I guess what I have to settle for right now is simply, when they get in here, just ban them. Don't even waste time. Attaboy, Langford. Nice. I mean, yeah, I could take my chance with having, you know, people not promoting myself on Twitter or X or whatever, and just have people come in. I know I could do that. Candelita is the starting second baseman. Nice. Nice. Well, I mean, if he's making plays like he did yesterday, if he's making plays like that, he deserves to be in the All-Star game. Showing off, doing his best Ozzie Smith impression, minus the backflip or standing backflip.
Got him.
I know that was like, wow. I mean, and then I thought it was funny because he did like he threw it to Alonso, you know, I mean, he probably could have held on to it and maybe not taken a risk, but still, I thought that was funny that he just tried to toss it to Pete Alonso. That was great. Listen, Jose Iglesias is part of the reason why the Mets are fun this year. Okay? Doesn't mean they're going to always win, but it just means they're having fun. And to me, that's, obviously I want them to win, but if they're going to lose, then at the very least make it entertaining. And Iglesias is making it entertaining. You know, you almost kind of forget that the team sucks. Well, the team doesn't suck. They have a 68 and 63 record. So they're not bad, but they're not as good as like the Phillies. The Phillies are hello ITX Stan, how are you? Welcome into the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm doing all right today. How are you? Been pretty good. That's good to hear. You enjoy MLB The Show 24? Oh, do I stream any other games? The only other game that I've streamed was EA Sports College Football 25. I may stream Madden and college football at some point, but for right now, I'm kind of my bread and butter is MLB The Show. Thank you, I appreciate that. But are you a baseball fan? Or do you play MLB The Show? Strike three, sit down. Yeah, but you'll have to watch streams. What's your favorite mode in MLB The Show?
Nope, that's inside.
First, let me ask you a question, ITX. Are you a graphics designer? Like, do you design emotes, banners? Okay, so then what idea do you specifically have for my channel then? Oh, wait, I just realized, darn it, I shouldn't have done that. Darn it. I should have been contact swinging. I didn't realize what this situation was. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it.
Nope, that's inside.
just send Mauer home. Well, Stan, what's your idea? Let me put it this way, Stan. If you don't answer me in the next few minutes, I'm gonna consider you a graphics artist, and I'm banning you. I already just did one today. I have no problem doing another.
Now pitching for the Broncos, number 59, Tom Castro.
Sometimes I also wonder if all these graphic artists that come in here are really just Russian hackers or Chinese hackers or Iranian hackers trying to get me to give them my credit card or bank card information so that they can steal my money. What up, Grayson? How are you? I'm venting about all these graphic artists that are coming into my channel. I just banned one. I think I'm about to ban another one fairly soon.
All ones the count.
So, I'm frustrated by it today, and I really don't have the patience to deal with it today. Yep, I don't like them either. You can ban ITX Stan or ITX_Stan. Go ahead and ban him because it is clear he was trying to sell me graphics and banners, and I called him out on it, and he's not interested. And so just ban him. Just ban him. Because right now I can't really touch my computer. My computer's having a bit of a freak out. Strike 3, sit down. Great, thank you. I'll put a post on X later.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is 3 and 2.
Nope, I don't either. That's why they get an immediate ban as soon as they out themselves. That's why I always ask, are they a baseball fan? Do they enjoy MLB The Show 24? I ask them baseball questions, and if they don't answer it for me, if they don't answer that for me, then then I know they're graphic artists trying to sell me. Trying to sell me and I'm not interested. So, sorry to them, but they're going to have to waste their time on someone else. Not me. I don't have the patience nor the desire to waste my money on that. Like I said, I tend to think that these are just Russian and Chinese hackers trying to take advantage. Although they're very good at speaking English. Oh, rip. Oh, well, that happens sometimes. You know, I really hate how they do scouting this year. I really do. I find it very annoying. Well, I'm glad that you did that because I'm sure whoever you were doing that for really appreciates that. I know I would certainly appreciate it. But see, like, why would it, that's the other thing too about being a big time streamer. Why would I want 240 people in there if a bunch of them are just going to talk politics? Like, we're not going to talk about the game. We're not going to talk about baseball. Like, then why are you in here? Exactly. Why? If you're not here to enjoy MLB The Show or some baseball talk, we could even talk sports. I'll talk sports. I was just talking with CJ about the Florida State or Georgia Tech upsetting Florida State on Saturday. I was just talking to him about it. We can talk sports. We can talk, baseball. We can talk about MLB The Show. I'm all good. But politics? Why would I want that in here? Why would I want over 200 people in here talking about it? To me, that's dumb. This is not a political stream. This isn't. I really don't understand. I'm kind of surprised you're. Well, I'm sure the streamer that you were modding for didn't really appreciate it, or didn't really appreciate the political talk. But my question is, why would you even allow that to be? Why, like, as soon as I hear Trump 2024 or Harris 2024, I'd be like, immediate ban, because we're not talking politics here. I would much rather have a stream where I have maybe 2-3 people in here that just talk about the game or sports or baseball than I would 240 people in here talking about politics. I'm not here for politics. I'm here for MLB The Show 23. It's just ridiculous. And good. I'm glad that went out. I mean, it doesn't matter now because it's 4-0. I'm leading 4-0, so doesn't really matter now. The save is out of the question. It's just like, it's frustrating. It really is. Political talk, graphic artists, like, where are all the MLB The Show guys? You know, the ones that actually want to be in here and talk baseball or talk sports. Where are those guys?
That's the designated hitter, Jackson Holiday.
Ball.
I'm sorry, Mets. I didn't mean to trade your thing or ignore your thing about the trade. So you traded Alonso, Martinez, and Bade for Kjerstad, Jackson Holiday, and Kobe Mayo. A lot of raw talent there. I'll say that. There's a lot of raw talent there. I mean, I don't know how Martinez was, or how, obviously Martinez is getting up there, so maybe good on you for flipping him for a prospect. Pete Alonso, if anything, I would have tried to keep him. But I guess that's just me. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's been a horrible season. It's been a horrible season, and you're flipping guys. Got it. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds like a rebuild for sure. Good luck. I'm assuming you're gonna let Quintana go. You're gonna let Quintana go, and some of the other pitchers too, because I'm sure he's part of the mess. I mean, you're not gonna have Senga. You're not gonna have him.
1-1.
Yeah, but he's getting up there in age, and is he honestly worth it? Three, I would have flipped him. At that price, I would have flipped him. I would have been like, okay, you know, go ahead. Go get that ERA with some other team. Good luck. Ooh, we got lefties coming up, so Chapman, you're out. Mitchell Parker. Which team is he a prospect for, or was he a prospect for?
That's the ball. Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Nationals, huh? So who did you give them for Parker? And they gave him up? Just like that?
One ball, no strike.
Wait, did you give up Kodai? Well, no, you said you tried to trade guys that are on 1-year deals. Kodai Senga is on Sebi and Peterson. Okay, Severino I can understand. Peterson, I guess. I mean, back half of the rotation kind of pitcher, especially for a Nationals pitcher that has a 2.69 ERA. Okay, fair enough. Generally, what I try to do is I try to inflate the stats of my Mets by just playing the games and playing the sliders in my favor. Got a 33-year-old. Oh, Trevor Williams. Was he a throw-in in the deal? Trevor Williams is back in New York.
No balls, 1 strike.
He has not really done much since.
No balls, 2 strikes.
He has not really done much since he left for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're focusing on guys who don't have high ERAs. Oh, never mind. He finished with a 3.77. Ooh, he dropped off.
Track 2. 0-2.
Maybe the change of scenery was bad for him. You also have to look at their morale too, right? Isn't morale like still a thing in MLB the show, or not really?
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 28, Orlando.
I know that used to be a thing in franchise. Like it would have like 6 different factors. Like, oh, am I starting? Not am I starting, but actually, hold on. Carrasco retired. I think I definitely want to go righty here. All right. Sorry, Chapman. I thought I was going to bring you in, but I completely forgot that I was going to do 2 innings with Skeets. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'll tell you the way that I do franchise, I play the game, and once I score like 10 runs in a game, then I go to in-game sim or manage, in-game manage, and then just sim through by half innings. That way, if the team ends up coming within save situation, then I'll bring in like a reliever. But it like as an example, I was playing with the Syracuse Mets, and I had scored like 10 runs or 11 runs or 13 runs actually. I scored 13 runs against the Worcester Red Sox. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I could sim it now. So I simmed it. Max Kranick is my starting pitcher, and he got so tired, he gave up 18 runs to the Red Sox. And then I was like, okay, I got to hop back in, and I got to win this game. So I ended up scoring like 7 more runs to get it to 20-18, and then just let the bullpen get the save. I think I got it with Grant Hartwig. That's who I got the save with. My issue with the Mets right now is that if I look at their rotation in AAA, they only have like 3 starting pitchers. Everyone else is relievers, and I'm kind of frustrated by that. But the guys that are in my single A, or guys that are in my double A, Bimington Rumble Ponies, are not exactly good enough to be starting pitchers at AAA. So it's like I don't want to move them up just because I have two opening spots on the rotation. And also I would have to send some people down, or I would have to release them. What can you do? Well, that was the last stronghold that I needed. So now it's just a matter of getting all the territories. My computer shut down already so that I can stop looking at this. Too bad. All right, so let's see. We have 28. If I were to do it, I could do 7. Or maybe I'll do, yeah, do 8. And then we'll go over here. Do 8 over here. And then do 8 over here. Great. All right. Cool. Let's go get some territories. Nice. This is about a 50-50. All right, 50-50. Got it. Okay. Nope, that's it. Put all the rest of the territories there. And then claim that territory and be done with this conquest map. All right, there we go. That's it. That's that conquest map. That's done. We say we go open up some of the packs that were in here. We have like 3 millionaire packs. Maybe we should open those up just in case we get. I'm not sure. I guess put them on the mark or put them on the trade block and see which teams are interested. That's how I was able to trade Omar Narvaez. I was able to trade him, and I have Alvarez starting for me. Boo. Fine, I guess I'll take Garrett Cooper. And I guess I'll take Garrett Cattell Marte. No? What do you mean no? Jared Jones, the Pirates pitcher? Wow. Oh, wait, I'm actually going the wrong way. Hold on. Wow, that's a good pickup. At least I think that's a good pickup. Wait, how much? It's 5,500, right? So if I sell 6,584, that should put, yeah, awesome. Then that's what I'll do. Awesome. You know, Jared Jones, someone you can mold into a solid starting pitcher. Ugh. All right, so I think the only other one to take on is the shark map. Yeah, why not? Take on the shark map. Oh, home run derby pack. I think I'll take that. Wait, is it turn based? Chicago Cubs and guaranteed Miami Marlins. Okay. Fortunately, I can't see beyond here, so. No, actually, you know what? Oh, I see. I didn't realize the Mariners had territories below them. But hey, I can play the Mariners on freaking veteran. I'll take that. Keep getting Paul Skeens some XP. Yeah, my post got about like 30, 35 views, so wondering if it's even worth it at all.
Leading now for Long Island, the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Ah, damn it.
Leading up for the Mariners, the left fielder, Luke Rayleigh.
Yeah! No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
That's the ball. Right. 1 and 2.
Paul, got this. Paul. Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for the line, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Hee-haw. No balls, 1 strike. Ball. Ball, that's in.
Oh my gosh. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Giancarlo Stanton looking like a fool. I pity the fool.
No, that's outside. Ball.
All right. Or Paul Skeens is going to have to go another inning. I want to get him the win. Of course, he stands to lose too, but what am I going to do?
0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. Strike 3, sit down.
Batting fifth.
Getting strikeouts also helps with the parallel XP.
That's the ball. Ball. 2-2.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Mariners. Number 60, Taylor.
Shot.
Hold on, I'm gonna... Okay. So we either need Chapman, Tanner Scott. One of those guys.
One ball, no strike.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah! Jackson Holiday with the home run.
Tick-tock. That's the ball. Outside. Hee-haw. 1-2. Count.
Can I get that over the wall? Yes! Francisco Lindor also getting me the home run.
Now pitching for the Mariners. Number 30, Austin.
Sorry. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about a joke that I heard, but it's not, I can't repeat it. Sorry. But it's very fun. Or at least I think it's fun. So that's why I keep smiling. Alrighty. So we're going to bring in Tanner Scott And we're going to get, hopefully, the save. Should be able to get the save, but always a possibility that the Mariners could come back. Certainly hope not. Strike 3, sit down.
It's 0-1.
Oh, Justin Turner's on the Mariners now. I didn't know that. Good thing he's still slowish. Although now if I have to, in Immaculate Grid, if I have to, you know, do someone who's played for both the Blue Jays and the Mariners, then I can get Justin Turner. I'll have to, unless they release him. Do you trade this year and last year the first one? I mean, I'm assuming this is if the Guardians are willing to do that trade, you know, just depends on how close Jared Jones is to being the the ace pitcher. If you feel like you're done with Senga, then yeah, do it. Sorry, I can't see the entire map because the camera or the stand that I have my camera on is blocking. What's stupid? I signed Burns in the offseason and Jerry. Okay, then yeah, go for it. Absolutely go for it. What veterans are being horribly treated? Gotta play on All-Star. All right, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know, that might be all right. But I do have to go up against Paul Skeens, so that's not going to be fun. Well, no, I didn't have to. I could have gone up against Jared Jones.
One ball, one strike.
See, 101 mile per hour fastball. 100 mile per hour fastball. And I got to deal with that. But Bryson, stop. He's going to take Paul Skeens deep. Atta boy.
Hey.
Curveball right down the middle, and I missed it. I'm going to kick myself for that. Especially if I can't hold on to the lead.
Hey. One ball, one strike.
I don't agree with that being a strike, but okay.
No ball, two strikes. Ball.
Honestly, I may just shut down my computer at this point. This has been going on for far too long. Far too long. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. There we go. And I'll just leave it off. So again, if you try to keep the messages short, because I can't read.
0-1.
I won't be able to read everything. I'm not turning it back on for a while. So
No ball, two strikes.
Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Wow. Okay, well, at least now I know. Hey, Rangers, Pirates, Yankees, Pirates. Although for Yankee Pirates, I would go Rich Gossage.
Nope.
Or not, maybe Dave Winfield. I think he played for the Yankees. Well, I know Winfield played for the Yankees. There you go. So you flipped Senga, who was having a horrible ERA, and you got Rookie of the Year from the Guardians. And how's Senga doing? 4.53, so obviously not Cy Young material. Shame. Hey, sometimes you have to flip your players whenever you can. Gotta flip them.
0-2 is the count.
At the end of the day, it's a business.
Yep, that ball went out.
And you have a valuable asset that you can get even more valuable assets from.
Oh, that's good.
Absolutely go for it.
He's out.
Alrighty. So Roy Halladay gets a good inning. That's a good inning. Sorry, I was imitating one of my coworkers.
Well, that's him.
And now we can bring in Troy Percival. Curveball again, right down the middle. See, if that's Skeen's real problem in real life, I mean, he may want to work on that, because he cannot be leaving a fastball or a curveball right down the middle. I don't care if it's 82 miles per hour. Should not be doing that. I mean, that's just begging. That's pretty much begging the pitch to be hit a long way. Maybe you can fool batters, yeah, but you can't fool them for very long. You know, they can only miss they can miss only so much or only so many times. I contact swung on that. I contact swung. Okay? Jackson Holiday decided he was going to show off his power with a contact swing. I feel like if you're going to do contact swinging, you should not be able to hit a home run. Even if it's a perfect, like you're obviously hitting for contact. It should not be a home run. It should not be. And the fact that it is in this game tells me it's very unrealistic. Because you wouldn't see... We're getting mowed down by Yamamoto in the wild card game 3. Ooh. Oh, boy. Oh, so then you made the playoffs. Oh, well then there you go. You just put a pitcher with a very high ERA and you make the playoffs.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Oh, wow. All right, so we're going to give Roy Halladay another inning. Nice.
0-1.
Who is this starting first baseman since you traded Alonso and Martinez away? Who's the starting first baseman? Is it Vientos? Oh, you moved Kobe Mayo to first. Gotcha. Okay.
All ones the count. Hey! 0-2. Oh, that's off the plate.
Braves and Phillies. Unfortunately, that's gonna be the end result. Like, you could get 90 wins, but in the NL East, 90 wins is not enough to win the division unless Acuna, Harper retire.
1-1. 2-1. He's dead.
Okay, so Joe Mauer, not very good at pass balls. Of course, that was the first one, or first pass. Well, not pass ball, but it didn't really get. I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go. Alright, so we got out of this one. I mean, maybe I would have let the run score so that I could get the bullpen involved, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. So Troy Percival, sorry, but you got to sit down. Let's see, we have a bunch of righties coming up. So, Liam Hendricks, you're up.
Inside, ball 1.
You know, Mets, you don't have to accept that loss. Or if you lose the game, you don't have to accept it. Like, if you don't see a path to victory for the Mets, just restart the game. Restart it, because your thing is going to be reloaded in a save where, or it's going to be reloaded before you started the game. So you don't have to take Yamamoto dominating in the game. You can restart. Oh, right. Okay, I'm just saying that option is there. In fact, that's what I did when I was playing MLB 2K10. I was doing the My Career mode, and I was in the World Series with the Mets against the Minnesota Twins, and the Twins had us down in Game 7, and I was like, okay, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to. There's no way we're gonna win this game. So I'm just gonna quit. We're gonna restart, and hopefully the next time we'll actually win the game. And it turns out we won, or we won on the second attempt. So we're World Series champions. Does that make me a cheater? Yeah, but you know what? It's a video game. I don't care. Boo-hoo-hoo to the AI Minnesota Twins. Johan Santana was getting his freaking diamond, or his World Series win. As was Francisco Rodriguez, David Wright, Jose Reyes, who else? Carlos Beltran. Carlos Beltran was getting his World Series ring, although I know he already got 2. I think he had 1 with the Cardinals and 1 with the Astros, but the Astros one is tainted. The Crimea River to the AI Minnesota Twins and their fans. Crimea River. Strike 3, sit down, by the way, there. On that pitch before the first pitch.
1 ball.
Keep going, Liam. Strike 3, sit down. Alrighty. So that's the Pirates. And Roy Halladay is now up to Tier 4. And we got the Home Run Derby pack. Nice. Oh, boy. Oh, God, I'm taking a big risk here. Shit. Well, at least I knocked it down to 2. Are you going to try? No, they're not going to try and take their stronghold back. I'm surprised by that. All right, so let's see. You know what? I think we'll split it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Split it, and then we'll go claim territories. These territories. Oops, my bad. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll add like 1 million here, and then I'll move the fans from here over to here so that I can gain those unclaimed territories. And the rest of the fans will go to here so that I can collect, or so that I can go after the Cubs stronghold. All right, move fans. And Reds and Cubs, and they're doing their thing. What am I on time? 5:06? Okay. Still got plenty of time. Still got an hour. And that's why I go with a lot of fans. Because I never know. Never know. I can't play. I can't attack the stronghold on that. Sweet. We get to play on veteran. Hallelujah. All right. Paul Skeens, which the Cubs they should be very familiar with. Oh, let's see. Sorry. Let's do this. We're going up against Michael Arias. I tried to hold up, but it was what it was. And another deep fly ball like that, and I can score Stott. Nice. And not only that, now I got Ken Griffey Jr. in scoring position.
Ball. Ball.
Ooh, that's a good one. Looks like a good one. And it's gone. Giancarlo Stanton. All right. Going contact swinging. See? See? My thumb on circle here. Not on X, but on circle.
The first baseman, number 35.
So the game hits a home run for me, or if I hit a home run, can't say because I did normal swing. Excuse me. I really want to get my bullpen involved and not just Liam Hendricks. Right? I want to get Rolly Fingers. I want to get Troy Percival. I want to get them all paralleled XP. Strike 3, sit down.
Nope, ball. 1-0. Peak. Ha. 1-1. No, that's outside. Ball. Hit. That's it.
Oh, I didn't realize Paredes was traded to the Cubs. That's interesting. You know, I knew about Randy Arozarena going to Seattle, but I didn't know Isaiah Paredes also left Tampa Bay.
Ball high.
Strike 3, sit down. Turning off my AC. I've ran it now for a couple hours. Time to give it a break. Also not risk a freaking outage that would end the stream so abruptly. You know, I laugh about that, but I'm being serious. I've always been afraid that running an AC will cause an outage in my room. Mainly because I have my TV plugged in and my PlayStation 5, which are drawing a lot of power as it is. Not to mention my laptop is charging, so always the risk that I run the AC too far, I blow the power, or I blow a fuse. It's alright. It's cool enough in here as it is. Nice, Mauer. Yeah, I'll get as far as I can with this Conquest map. I mean, if I could get all of it done, that would be great. I mean, I do have the time. Like, I can extend it if I am close, okay? And by close, I mean I've gotten all the strongholds. Oh, no, I didn't get... Oh, jeez. I didn't get Troy Percival up and warming. Shit. So now I have to waste time by getting Troy Percival ready. Alright, he's ready. And the good thing is, even if I were to score a run in the next inning, you know, Troy would just get the save. Because he came in when the lead was still 3-0. So I hit another homer, or if I score a run, then Percival is going to stay in. Strike 3, sit down. And that's what I try to use these Conquest games for. I try to get my bullpen paralleled XP. You know, what I could also do is play versus CPU in there. Just throw the throw the reliever in in the 7th inning and then just get the save from there. Because not only am I giving the reliever a chance to get 9 strikeouts, but I'm also letting him go 3 innings and getting the save on top of it. You know, that earns a lot of parallel XP. Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 62, Ray. Wing and turn.
Let's see. Lefty, righty, righty. So bring in woolly fingers.
It's 0-1. See ya! 0-2.
Ugh. Unfortunately, the batters don't get as much parallel XP. There you go. See? See? Travis Bazanza making moves for you. There you go. What a smart trade. Dude is freaking hitting for you. Whoops. My bad. I did not mean to send Stanton there. That was not my intention. I made a mistake because I thought Bellinger was going to go home with it. And he actually didn't. Okay, so there we go. Troy Percival is going to get the save. Nice. See, Vientos, Bazana. Coming through for you. Never give up. There's a reason why the game is 9 innings. Never give up.
That's the ball. 1-0. Tag. 1-1. Oh.
Yes. Double play right there. Pitcher's best friend. In this case, Troy Percival.
That's the ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-1's the count. 2-2's the count.
Strike 3, sit down. Attaboy, Troy Percival. Get your parallel XG. All right, here's hoping that I don't lose too many fans. Sweet. Now here's hoping I don't lose too many fans here. Oh, nice. Now this I don't care about. because I'll just think it's done anyway. All right, so now I have a choice. Do I go for the Giants, or do I try to go towards the Yankees? If I go for the Giants, then I can head off to the Marlins. The Yankees would just get me right to the Reds. Maybe we go Giants. I think Giants are the move here. And I'll get those territories that are at the top there. I'll get those later. All right, here we go. And this is where I'll stop. I'll add $1 million there. And we'll add the rest there. And that should allow me to play on veteran. It does. All right. See how we do against Hayden Birdsong. Actually, Birdsong sounds familiar. I think he was in Jersey Bourne's Out of the Park 25 simulation with the Los Angeles Angels.
That's a ball.
I think. I'm not 100% sure. Gave up a run but got the win 8-6. Nice. So you're moving on to the NLDS. Who are you guys going up against? Braves, Dodgers, Phillies.
The left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
0-1.
Maybe an NL Central team. So Out of the Park is a simulation game for baseball. So think basically you can be the general manager or the manager of a team, but you don't actually play the games. You can sim them or you can manage them, whatever you want to do. But basically it's more about it's a sim game. So you're trying to build the best roster to be able to win the World Series. I mean, Jersey Bourne does it really well. I think it's more of the game for the analytics fan. Like, traditionally speaking, with me, it appealed to me for a while, but only because of Jersey Bourne. Otherwise, I don't think I would even touch that game. Because I don't like to sim. I like to, not unless I already have a big lead. I like to make sure that there's I have some kind of influence on my players. Particularly, I want them to do well. Almost video game-like numbers. But I wouldn't play a full 9-inning game on rookie with the sliders all the way up in my favor. Okay, that would just be boring. So I like a little mix. You know, yeah, I want to play the game, but once I get to a certain point where it's dominating and I'm just wasting my time at that point, then I'll sim. But I'll hop back in the minute that my team is in trouble and needs me to step back in. Because like I was saying earlier, when I was simming my AAA game between the Worcester Red Sox and the Syracuse Mets, you know, thought I was comfortable with a 13-0 lead, but my reliever lost all his stamina, so he gave up 18 runs. Thus, I had to come back in to the game, and I had to play to get the lead back, and then just simmed it from the offense. So I like a mix of both. Too much simming and I feel like I don't have any control, but too much playing and I get easily bored.
That is it. The third baseman, Rafael.
And a boy Devers. Splashdown? I don't know if it did or didn't, but I guess we'll see.
Number 71, Randy Rodriguez.
2-0. Ball 3.
Ugh. Fooled.
0-1. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Underneath it too much. Dang! One in 5 off to the World Series. I thought, no, wasn't that the NLDS? Don't you have to play the NLCS now? Or were the Cubs the NLDS and the Brewers were the NLCS? That's okay. That's okay. As long as we figured it out. Ooh, New York Philly.
No ball, 2 strikes. Off the plate, ball 1.
New York Philly. Strike 3, sit down. You can't let Bryce Harper get one more opportunity at a World Series ring. You can't. You also can't let Zach Wheeler dominate
1 ball, 1 strike.
against the Mets. You can't.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh boy.
2-2 the count.
I hear paws outside. Or paw steps outside my door.
0-1's the count.
It must mean my family dog is out there. I'm thinking she either wants to be in here because she wants to avoid my brother downstairs, So she's looking for DINNER. For a minute there, I thought she was like howling. But no, that was a motorcycle that was outside. What the heck? Let's see. All right, Rolly's gonna warm up, but again, if we score 2 runs, then Chapman is gonna get the save.
Ball 1, no strike.
Sounds like my dog just went downstairs. Good hit. World Series, here we come. Nice. 11-9. Woo. Close one. Breaking Phillies' hearts. Love it. So now, who do you face in the World Series?
Hey! 0-1.
Listen, Mets, you know about Steve Cohen's 5-year plan to win a World Series. You gotta deliver on it. You have to deliver on it. No pressure, but the owner wants a World Series. Ha! Well, I did mine in MLB 2K10, so that's funny. That is funny. Strike 3, sit down. Steve Cohen's going to be so disappointed. But hey, at least you got there. I think you owe Travis Bazzana a contract extension. Give him one similar to Bobby Witt. You got to keep him locked up, as you do Francisco Alvarez. Strike 3, sit down. Attaboy, fingers. All right, so Wyatt Langford is now Tier 2, as is Rafael Devers. Ooh, home run derby pack. I'll take that. Actually, I think I'm going to turn my AC back on. I think I'm going to turn it back on. Not that it's hot in here, but the noise is something that I need right now. Ah, jeez. Alright, well, there's only one more I can do. That's there. Ooh, 500 subs. I'll take that. And yes, I am gonna put all my territories there, or all my fans there, because I'm gonna make sure that I want to make sure I beat the Giants. I mean, we could go. Maybe we could go face the Yankees now. And then, I mean, there's really no threat from the Miami Marlins right now. There's really none. Then again, I could say the same thing about the Yankees. They're not getting territories from or they're not pushing to take territories from us or from the Cubs. So, but we're already in it, so we're gonna go towards the Yankees. Vladdy, Kyle Tucker, Ozuna, Lane Thomas. Wow, you definitely went balls to the wall. Wow, you may go into Dodgers territory with the spending you just did in free agency. That's going to be tough. Oh boy. Sweet. Ooh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Hold on. There we go. Yep. So now we're going to go over here. The fans over here. And move these fans over here. So now I got 40 million. And I could buy on veteran against the New York Yankees. Marcus Stroman. I'm going to enjoy a beatdown on Stroman.
He's out. Ball in. One. I got a ball, one strike.
Come on, Griffey. Okay. Well, no beatdown in this inning. Maybe in the next half inning. Splitter right down the middle, and somehow Jazz Chisholm Jr. missed. Strike three. Sit down. Uh-oh. Well, hey, I mean, 3 games under 500, you're not out of it. Just make the right moves at the trade deadline, and suddenly you're back in it. Strike three, sit down.
Ball, that's inside. Ball, that's outside.
Or right down the middle. Are we sure we want to do that against Judge? I mean, that's suicide. Should have shook him off. And like, oh no, you getting crazy? Oh, good, good. Stanton still has a chance. Yeah.
Oh, he's safe.
Hey, sometimes you need to get lucky with your base hits. Not my fault the Yankees fielding sucks. There we go. I eat my words by lining out into a double play.
Ball one.
There you go. See? I told you. Make the right moves at the trade deadline. Have a little faith. This team would turn it around. All right, well, that's disappointing. That is disappointing that...
Nope. Ball one.
I
Count
couldn't
1-0.
beat up on Marcus Stroman.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I got to go up against Juan Soto. If I could get through Soto, I should be fine.
Oh, that's it.
Strike 3, sit down. Yeah, because I'm not too worried about Trevino.
Nope. Outside.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll just, I'll still be streaming. Like, I'm not going anywhere for, I think, another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Skeens, I need you to get into the strike zone. Strike 3, sit down. Let's see. Yeah, another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes. So probably one more game. One more game against the Miami Marlins, and then that'll be that. And then I'll pick this up tomorrow. Strike 3, sit down. They deserve that when the starter was one. I know, Ben, but you know, that's that.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees.
That's what happens. Like, and the fact is, the Mets could have brought in Diaz in the 8th inning. He could have done a five hit shutout or a five out save, but they didn't. They rolled their dice, and that's what happens. So, but look, Ben, I'll say this. Despite that loss, the Mets had a very successful series against the Padres. They took two games out of 4 against them. And that's good, because I'm sure a lot of people were expecting the Mets to lose 3 to the Padres. So, you know what? The Mets splitting the series, I'm good with that outcome, because it could have been a sweep, or it could have been just 3 wins for the Padres.
The first baseman, Austin Wells.
So, now they're going to Arizona, where there is no excuse. They need to win 2 games against Arizona. All right? Splitting 2 against San Diego was a good start. San Diego is a wild card team. But so is Arizona. Get 2 games up on Arizona, and now suddenly the Mets are back in contention for a wild card. Then they're going to have the Chicago White Sox. They're going to travel out to Chicago to face the White Sox. And then they're going to come back home for the Red Sox. And hopefully, I mean, I haven't looked ahead of the schedule. Strike three, sit down. Hopefully, that is the end of American League teams that the Mets face this year. I would hope that September is nothing but National League games for the Mets, because they need to focus on the wild card. Strike three, sit down. All right. Again, I have not looked at the schedule. I have to take a look, but hopefully the Red Sox are the last American League team that the Mets have to face this year. And I hope that Manfred changes his mind about this whole every team plays each other during the season. Or at the very least, load up on those American League teams and American League National League teams.
Nope, at the ball.
Or American League and National League games. Load up on that for or load up at the beginning of the season. Not at the end of the season when it's all wild cards and thus everyone needs to focus on their own conference or their own leagues. Especially when it comes to the wild cards. Well, I had no problem with what they were doing a couple of years ago, where they it was like you faced every team, or you faced one division from the opposite league every year. So like maybe one year would be the National League East versus the American League East, and the next year it would be National League East versus the American League Central. Like, I had no problem with that. In fact, I was good with that. I thought that was perfect. Very NFL-like, where you face one team, you face the teams from one division in the opposite conference, and then you focused on the teams in your conference.
One ball, two strikes.
But instead, they wanted to go all NBA and NHL-like, which I don't understand. There's the one run that I needed. And I'm not just satisfied with one run. At least I don't feel safe with one run. Especially when you consider that Judge is coming up in this inning, or in the half inning. Dang, Griffey. I think that's gone. Yep, that's gone. Now I feel comfortable. As long as I don't put a man on before Judge. In addition to the ghost run.
Oh.
The third baseman.
So if I don't do that, then Judge can't hurt me too bad.
Oh.
Now, Wally.
Nope, foul ball. No ball, two strikes.
Hey, may as well double check, you know? Never know.
0-1.
Strike 3, sit down.
Ball, that's out. Ball, that's just out.
The other bad thing I could do is put Judge on base for Juan Soto. Strike 3, sit down. Pretty sure that's a no-hitter. But unfortunately, there were 3 pitchers. So not that it matters anyway. This is a Conquest game, not a play versus CPU game. So it really doesn't matter. There we go. Shark Icon. And MLB All-Star Game flashback pack. All right. So what we're going to do, put down there, then down here. Just keep going as far as we can. That was big. Okay, that was also huge. Yeah, I can't go any further. All right, so I don't think I have much of a choice. Or actually, okay, so this is what we'll do. First off, we're gonna put 3 million fans there, or 2 million to make it 3 million. And then we're gonna put let's say, yeah, 5 million should be fine. And then we'll put all the rest here. What we're going to do is we're going to take that territory right there. We're going to take it. We're going to take that territory and these 2 territories right here. And that'll be that. Because I know the Reds are not going to challenge. They're not going to challenge 32 million fans. Although I could go for the Reds if I wanted to. I could. But I think I want to get the Marlins first. All right, so what we're going to do is go over here, get the Marlins. And then we're going to move the fans, and now it's got to be 6 million. So as long as I have 6 million, well, I'll leave 7 million. Just to be on the safe side. Uh-oh. That's not good. Right, let's see if maybe I have enough. No, actually, you know what? I'm not doing that. We're going to do a little roundabout. All right, cool. Yep, so that's where I'll stop now. Not the stream. I'm talking, well, nah. I'll play this one game, and then that'll be it. And actually, now that I think about it, put the fans there, because I should be fine with the Marlins. Yeah. All right. Paul Skeens. Let's do this last one, and then we're going to call it a stream. So we'll save the Reds and the Padres for tomorrow. Start. Safe. Let's go. I take advantage of that on any level, honestly. Conquest is such a short game. You don't get, or you only get 3 innings. So anytime you get base runners on, you got to take advantage of any opportunity you get. Even if it's a fielding error like that just happened with Stott, you know, he's on base and he can steal. So, yeah, I'm going to move him over to second. Fortunately, now I got to rely on or I couldn't rely on Langford to get him over. So now it's got to be up to Griffey. Moved him over, and I wanted Griffey to get the base hit so that he could score. Because now with Stanton, it has to be a base hit. Otherwise, he doesn't get the run. Stanton should be familiar with this ballpark. Wait. Back when it was called Marlins. Now it's just called the Home Depot.
Yep, that ball went out.
Excuse me.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
All one's the count. Ball matched outside. Hey! 1-1.
Jake Berger, he was very close to that one. Very close.
Ball 2.
Ball 2, he said? I can't see the count. Yeah, ball 2. Strike 3, sit down. All right. Well, hopefully we can get a run here because I'd like to get my bullpen involved.
Ball 1, no strike. Ball, that pitch is out.
Nope, that's going to get caught. Dang. Come on. Oh my gosh. Not even warning track power. Come on, Holiday. Thought you were supposed to be a top prospect. Looking like dead shit right now. All right, welcome back. I've moved on to the Miami Marlins. I just claimed the Yankee stronghold, so the Marlins are going to be the last stronghold that I battle for this stream. There we go. All right, as long as we can keep it clean.
Nope, that's inside.
It'll be fun.
Oh, that's inside.
Got those skis. He was ready for that. I got faith in you, Skeens. You got this. Strike three, sit down. Very nice. Yep. Marlins had the same exact thought I did. Okay, so we're either going to bring in Liam Hendricks or Rolly Fingers. Gonna be one of them. All depends on what happens in this half inning. Thank you. That's how you shut up the organ. You just hit a home run. Premature celebrating. That's how you get payback. Lindor was like, F that. I'm getting this home run.
The batter, the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Ooh, that's rough. I don't know. What did the D-backs do?
Now batting, the center fielder, Hendrick Jr.
Nope, that's inside. He's safe.
I gotta get more than just one run. They can tie it on a home run, a solo shot, or even, a multi-hit or a multi-run homer means that the Marlins can win the game. Not saying I don't have faith in Rolly Fingers, but I would have liked to have gotten more insurance. Strike three, sit down.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Agustín Ramirez.
Hey. 0-1. Yeah. Nope. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. Rolly fingers coming through. And Francisco Lindor. He came through as well. All right, sweet. Got the shark banner, which I don't care for. We say we open up a couple of the packs and then like the home run pack and home run derby pack and all that. Like open these up before I call it a stream. Good, 3,000 subs, I'll take that. 2,000 subs, that's 5,000 subs right there. All right, let's see who we got. The Will Diamond, so. Esteri Ruiz. Okay, I don't have them, so. Ooh, flashback. Froze for you before the All-Star break. Ah, rip. Gonna have to do it again. All right. Well, okay. So as long as you have it there, then that's all that matters. It really doesn't matter. I guess I'm gonna go David Justice. Past All-Star game. No one here, so it really doesn't matter. All right, come on. I need. Okay, well, Marcell Ozuna. He's the only one I don't have. Well, actually, we'll open up that ball in his habitat. We'll do that one. Max Scherzer. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and/or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I set up a stream. So we got the Sheriff's Badge Conquest map done, and we're pretty much done with the Shark map. We just gotta get the Reds and the Padres stronghold. Once we do that, then it's that's it. We can move on to like the City Connect uniforms because there's a couple of them here that I haven't done. Like I haven't done the Twins, I haven't done the Dodgers. I still have the draft map, but I think I'd rather do that like off stream. I'm not too worried about the team affinity maps. I really don't care. Like to me, it means nothing. And of course, there's always the Nation of Baseball. But at this point, why do I need the core cards that are there? You know, if you look, 89 overall Stan Musial, 87 overall Jim Rice, Bill Mazeroski, David Ortiz, 85 overall Carlos Rodon, Troy Percival, Orlando Cepeda, Mark Melanson. Like, I really don't need these guys. I have a much better lineup or a much better rotation and lineup without them. So, but anyway, that's going to do it for me. So, We'll finish up on the shark map tomorrow, and then we'll probably move on to one of the City Connect maps. So I hope to see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.